Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zara and today I am going to be doing a slightly different format for this video. Normally you see me physically in my video and I'm talking about whatever topic I have chosen for said video, but today I thought I'd actually do a video without me in it. I know you're all going to miss my lovely face, but now you're just going to have to do with my melodic voice. Alright, the reason why I'm doing this today is because honestly, the last couple of days have been just really busy and I really want to get a video on episode 2 out. By the time I sit myself filming and all of that, it's just going to probably just take me longer and I have a little bit of a busier week this week. So I'll be very interested to hear if you like this format. It's not an uncommon format on YouTube. So let me know if you do like these types of videos and I'll definitely have a look at potentially using this format. So anyway, let's get started. Episode 2 of House of the Dragon. So a lot of the things that I talked about in episode 1 actually came to fruition, or they have been further evidenced in episode 2. Video fairly short, but most interesting things that has happened is the fact that Alicent Hightower is the reaction from Rhaenyra was very telling. Poor girl, have to say. She is a phenomenal actor and she's got a very bright future ahead of her. I hope she doesn't get typecasted though, like all the other Game of Thrones actors did. Face was, I mean, we saw all we needed to see in that moment. Let's be real. I've seen another quite big time jump. Probably this time round. And maybe the time jumps will start to get more and more further apart as the series goes on. So we assume that is going to be Viserys' son. I don't know. I just have a feeling that he has a son. Again, I've mentioned this before in my first review episode that I quite stum on, so I don't know if that is how it goes in the book. It's going to be a male. That there's going to be some pretty interesting conflict between Rhaenyra and this potential son that I'm guessing about. I think so. The lead up to that cliffhanger was very interesting. I am really liking one of my favorite characters. The interaction between his daughter and Viserys was quite interesting. She talks about the dragon that has kind of disappeared and nobody really knows where it is. And on the role of women in this place, I mean, she's 12 years old for her family, but let's be honest, a 12-year-old marrying a however old Viserys is really quite disgusting, but also I can understand the time that this is set in and the context that this is set in, and also very unsurprising. I do really like the fact that him and Daemon are going to be potentially banding together. And I think it's going to go in either one of two ways. I think one way is that Rhaenyra or Viserys or any of the other players at hand. Or the other option that I think is probably more likely is that they do band together, but ultimately Daemon decides to side with his. Favorite part of this episode was the interaction on the bridge in Dragonstone between Rhaenyra and Daemon, one of the only people that can really call him out in the way that she did in that episode. I loved the way that they looked at each other. You can really see that they care about each other. I think Daemon genuinely really cares about her. A bit of a crush on Daemon, and I think this is further solidified in this episode. And I think we're starting to see it from his side as well, which I know is gross, but again, we know what the Targaryens are known for. I'm trying to be careful not to say words that are going to get me in trouble, because I realised that in my last review. And he obviously sees the dragon, one of Dany's dragons. I can't remember which one it is at the time, but I love that scene. It's actually one of my favourite scenes of Game of Thrones because it just looked stunning. And then the reaction of Jon, the dragon, at that point. Cinematic it looked. The way that it was shot was just stunning. The dragons in this look really good. I think they've genuinely stepped it up quite a bit. They look really real. Whereas there were definitely moments in Game of Thrones where you could definitely see that something wasn't quite right. But I have to say they've done a really good job so far of the dragons. And Rhaenyra's dragon, they are. The first episode I did really enjoy because it just kind of set the lay of the land, and I think we needed that. But this second episode is really setting itself to be about the political intrigue. I have a feeling we'll get some big epic battles as well. But if the series continues to go in this direction with lots of scenes with people talking and discussing how they're going to be maneuvering, I'm going to be really happy because we're wasting episodes, which is a good sign. I feel like we're not going to get any fillers. I could be wrong, but I'm just really loving. The last few things I'm going to mention are the scene between Rhaenys and Rhaenyra. I really love that scene. Rhaenys is also the way that she speaks and the way that she carries herself. She's obviously a very classy lady, but she has a power in her that I don't think we've really seen. It starts to become more clear in the whole Corlys Daemon partnership, because I have a feeling she's going to play a really important role. I just don't really know what it is. I don't have a sense on it just yet. Ultimately end up shaping out. The crab feeder, I have to say, not a very pleasant thing to look at, but I have a feeling that they're going to play a similar role to the Night King and his crew. The crab feeder came onto the screen. I felt so gross. Like, I really like the way that they've done his whole thing. So if you have any theories, definitely drop them down below. I think this episode was fantastic. The series continues in this way. We're just going to get deeper and deeper into seeing, obviously, and I'm really excited to see that play out. It's beautifully shot, and I'm really curious to see how the characters continue to develop. I think right now my favourite characters at the moment are Daemon. All four of them, I just got really interesting places to go, to be honest. And I think the acting as well, overall, I will just mention, is just absolutely phenomenal. I think the cast has been really well picked, and that continues to be solidified about it. I just wish the episodes were longer because they're so good, and I just want to know more. And this weekly release cycle is killing me. Netflix has destroyed normal TV for us, but it is what it is. So let me know what you think down below, folks. This was just a quick one, and I'm excited to chat about it with you all, and I'll see you in next week's review. As always, stay safe, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.